Thank you for watching Why I Killed You TV. Please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to this particular channel and this particular video. I would greatly appreciate it. On May the 20th, 2025, Matthew Johnson was executed by lethal injection at the Huntsville Unit in Texas, exactly 13 years after his crime. This story tells what happened, what he ate, his last meal, the words that he spoke before he died. It was just around 7 a.m. on May the 20th, 2012 in Garland, Texas. 67-year-old Nancy Harris had just opened up the whip and convenience store, a job she had done many times before. The morning was very quiet. She was mopping the floor alone in the store. The front door swung open and Matthew Johnson walked in. He did not come to shop. He came near to rob. In his hands, he had a plastic bottle filled with lighter fluid and a cigarette lighter in his pocket. Johnson stepped in behind the counter, passing shelves of snacks and drinks, and headed straight to the cash register. Nancy followed him, telling him he's not allowed back there. Her voice stayed calm, and she was very firm, the way someone who is used to handling problems might speak. Johnson did not stop. He lifted the bottle and poured the lighter fluid over Nancy's head. Then he ordered her to open up the cash register. While she did so, he grabbed cigarettes and cash. Video showed him also taking her ring, even though he later said he did not recall doing so. Even after he got the money, he did not leave. Standing inches from Nancy, he held up the lighter. He flicked it once, trying to scare her. She did not move back. He flicked it again, and on the third flick, the flame caught the fluid-soaked clothes on fire, and Nancy burst into flames. Johnson did nothing to help. He walked out calmly. He took a piece of candy near the door and disappeared, leaving Nancy burning behind the counter. Nancy tried to save herself. She ran to a sink, splashing water on her clothes, but the fire kept spreading. She tore off her shirt, yet her bra was still on fire. When she leaned over again, the burning shirt on the floor ignited her pants. Now her whole lower body was on fire. She was ablaze. Nancy stumbled to the front door, pushed them open, and fell outside screaming for help. Two police officers, Billy Coffey and Anthony Simmons, had already noticed smoke and movement through the windows. As they pulled into the parking lot, Nancy rushed out, flames covering her body. Officer Coffey grabbed a fire extinguisher from his car and sprayed her, while Officer Simmons tried to keep her calm. Once the fire was out, Nancy was alive but badly hurt. She told police officers what happened. A heavy-set African-American man in a t-shirt and blue jeans had robbed her and set her on fire. Those few words started the hunt. Inside the store, police found the register empty. Only about $80 in cash and coins had been taken. So he did all of this for $80, okay? That along with a pack of cigarettes and some candy, that's what Johnson got. That's what his life was worth. Firefighters and paramedics William Cruz arrived next. Nancy's face, arms, stomach, and legs were covered in deep burns. She was barely conscious and whispering, "Help me, help me," over and over and over again. She understood how serious her injuries were. Meanwhile, Johnson was fleeing. He jumped fences, threw his shirt in a trash can, stole a bicycle from a porch, and disappeared into the neighborhood. Along the way, he smoked another stolen cigarette, hid in bushes, and found a man who tried to stop him. About an hour later, an officer spotted him. After a short foot chase, Johnson was finally arrested. In his pocket, police found Nancy's ring and about $76 in cash. Crazy. At the station, Johnson confessed he admitted robbing the store, taking the cigarettes and the lighter fluid, but he claims that it was a mistake caused by drugs. He said he only meant to scare Nancy. Few believed him. Dr. John Hunt, a burn specialist at the Parkland Hospital, testified that Nancy had burns over more than 40% of her body, many of them third and fourth degree burns. A breathing tube kept her from talking, but she was able to spell out words with her fingers. She even asked the nurse, "Am I going to die?" Doctors tried skin grafts and strong medications, yet Nancy finally chose to stop treatment. Following her living will, her family agreed. 5 days later, after the attack, Nancy Harris died. Nancy had worked at that convenience store for over 10 years. She only lived a block away. She had 4 sons, 11 grandchildren, and 7 great-grandchildren. Johnson was charged with capital murder. The case was strong. They had clear video footage. They had the lighter fluid bottle in his confession and also the lighter in his hand. He did not deny anything in court. He explained that the night before he was at a wedding reception at his brother's house. He started to drink very heavily. He got drunk. A family member gave him $30 to get his car fixed. Instead of getting his car fixed, he decided to buy some crack cocaine. He said he smoked some of the crack and then he sold some of it. And then at 4 a.m., he had gone through at least 10 rocks. He swallowed a Xanax, attempting to make himself a little more calm. Then he wandered back to his brother's patio where he found a bottle of wine. He drank that as well. And then he felt a craving for more crack. With no money left, he grabbed a plastic bottle, filled it up with lighter fluid. He got a lighter and then he walked towards the convenience store. Johnson said in court that he did not plan to hurt anybody. He was only there to scare somebody and get the cash and leave. He took the stand and called himself scum. He told the jury he deserved to die for what he had done and even wanted them to set him on fire just like he did to Nancy. Yet, in the same breath, he asked for mercy, but not mercy for himself. He asked for mercy for his 3 young daughters. On December the 10th, 2013, jurors found Johnson guilty and sentenced him to death. Their decision rested on more than one violent act. Johnson had a long record of robbery, assault, violent protective orders, carjacking, and trying to grab an officer's gun, and setting his girlfriend's rug on fire, exposing himself to a hotel maid, and more. Prison did not change him either. He attacked a cellmate so badly that the man needed 9 staples in his head, and another time he stood naked in front of his cell door, masturbating in front of a guard. The jury believed he would always be a danger to society. Johnson's lawyers filed for many appeals. They argued that he was abused as a child and that he was addicted to drugs. Every appeal failed. The execution date was set for May the 20th, 2025, 13 years to the day that Nancy Harris was set on fire. Texas no longer offers special last meals. Johnson received the same standard tray as other prisoners. When asked if he had any final words, he turned to Nancy's family and said, "As I look at each and every one of you," he said, "I see her on that day. I ask for y'all's forgiveness. I never meant to hurt her. I pray she's the first person I see when I open my eyes, and I will spend eternity with her." He praised God, thanked the prison staff for treating him with dignity, and called the men on death row his brothers. He apologized to his wife and his daughters. "I made wrong decisions, and now I pay the consequences." He ended with a prayer. "I thank the Lord for the last 13 years. He has given me the opportunity to ask for forgiveness, and I thank him for his redemption. Welcome me, Father. Thank each and every one of you for being here. I'm done." Warden John Matthews signaled for the lethal injection. The drug began flowing shortly after 6 p.m. Johnson gasped a few times, made soft snoring noises, and stopped moving within a minute. He was pronounced dead at 6:53 p.m. He was 49 years old.
They hate you. You're gonna die. I don't want to do this.